Hi everyone, as requested I'm going to review the video called The Strongest Family in the World.
In a typical suburban neighborhood outside Las Vegas, an average American family is just starting its day.
Dylan, JJ!
But this family is going to have to do some heavy lifting.
Good girl, there we go.
To push their bodies above and beyond average. Because
we're the strongest
family in the world.
Come on, honey. Almost there.
All day long. Nice.
Nice. Come on.
Nick, Callie, Dylan, and Jessica.
It would be one thing if it was the two adults, but to force your children to do this is similar to how vegan parents are going to force their children to eat what they eat. You're forcing your children to do something that they don't actually want to do. No child on earth wants to do push-ups or lift tires. A little girl would never in a million years think of doing that. Even an adult wouldn't think of actually lifting a tire for no reason. But still, it would be somewhat understandable. But to ruin your girl's life like this...
Best.
You can do it.
Train their bodies up to 240 hours.
That's a horrible movement with the kettlebells. You're gonna mess up your back completely. And to do that to children is actually child abuse by definition.
Hours each week.
Too good.
It would even be a little tiny bit understandable if they would want a boy to work out. It's still child abuse, but okay. It's a boy. We can understand what boys get brainwashed to do nowadays, to be strong and masculine, fake masculinity. But to get a little girl into this, no, it's not acceptable.
3. Good, JJ.
While some pediatricians warn against weight training for kids, 11-year-old Dylan routinely deadlifts 100.
Okay, yes, that's a good topic. Why do pediatricians warn them about this? I don't know why exactly, but I can tell you one of the biggest problems, and that is that once you're going to reach puberty, you're going to start growing. Obviously, that's what happens naturally. But these growth hormones that your body produces are there for you to grow taller, for example. If you work out and stress your body while growing in puberty, then you're going to use the growth hormones for your muscles to grow, which means that you're going to stay shorter. You're not actually going to reach your genetic potential because of something so unnatural that you're doing.
30 pounds.
I do like working out. It's like my coffee in the morning. If I don't do it, I don't feel right.
Squat down. Lower your butt. Pull back on your heels. Pull back on your heels and stand up. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. You got...
Oh my god, look man, the form is completely horrible. He's not made to do this, obviously, naturally. His neck and his back, you're completely destroying your children. How can you be so blind?
Got it. Stand up. That's pretty close.
Dylan's sister, Jessica, is a normal 46-pound, 5-year-old girl.
Oh my gosh, JJ.
Experts recommend children her age train with 1-pound weights.
Whoa!
But she can lift.
It's really sad because she's trying to impress her parents. She only wants to be loved, which is natural. And your parents are the ones you look up to as a child, as a small child especially. And you will, of course, do anything that your parents tell you to. If your parents tell you that this is healthy or good for you, then you will do it. Especially also to get attention on top of that from them.
100 pounds.
Oh my god!
Nice job.
Wow, you awesome!
People think it's strange that Jessica can lift double her body weight, but she loves doing it, and she's not hurting anything.
I want to be like my mommy because he's pretty and strong.
Ooh, I feel a little baby callus. Let me see.
Pretty. Yes, girls, of course, want to be pretty, and guys do too. They want to be handsome, but girls are, of course, very focused on that. But it's more so the way we are brought up nowadays. She sees her as somebody who's strong, even though when it comes to parents, you should, of course, see the man as the strong one, if anything. Not that you should be weak and as if your bones are made out of jelly, also your muscles, but that's over the top what she's doing.
Hey, look, I see him. Look at that.
Our family's normal in the way we love.
He's very red. I really hope that it's from the sun. They live close to Las Vegas, so let's just assume that that's it. I hope that it's not something else, because that could lead to a heart attack.
Love one another, but we're not normal physically. And if that makes us bad, then I'm sorry, then we're bad.
The family obsession with muscle began way back when Nick was just a high school wimp.
My sophomore year, I was 5'3" and 130 pounds, and I went through a huge growth spurt. At the exact time, I found weights and powerlifting.
Sure, man. Yeah, nice, Nick. Good job, man.
Nick is a regular competitor on the strongman circuit, where rivals perform feats of strength, and where Nick met professional strong woman, Callie.
He walked out of the elevator, our eyes locked. Obviously, the first thing that I noticed about Nick were his physical attributes. There's nothing more sexy than a big, strong guy. Period.
But the best don't spend all day in the gym.
I'm not gonna say much about that except for look at her and see what options she has.
Replace what they burn off while working out. Dylan and Jessica consume nearly twice the recommended calories for their age.
Yes, because their bodies are more stressed than they naturally should be. They use up more energy, which is why they need to eat more food. That's how they are gonna age their bodies much quicker. They will look much older than their peers.
Nick eats anywhere between 10 and 15,000 calories in a day.
If I don't constantly feed, I just won't maintain this mass.
Here's 12 eggs, and this is what Nick will
Yes, exactly. And that's why you will age and look much older. I don't know how old these people are.
go through in one day.
And that's just for Nick. The whole family eats 10 dozen eggs every single week. And all those extra calories help the Best family work out so hard that not one, but 3 local gyms revoked their memberships.
They're afraid because I do lift so much, I'm gonna ruin their equipment or scare somebody. A manager comes in and looks at me like, no, I don't want you here, and out the door you go.
Quite frankly, we're just too strong to lift in regular gyms.
The Best were forced to build a home gym, which meant finding the right house that could accommodate over $80,000 in workout equipment, including a 475-pound log lift that could bring down a normal ceiling.
We installed some chains on the top of the garage so he can't drop it on his head, so that's good.
Lock your elbows! Nick, it's like this, just like this.
Hate this event. Much better than other ones.
They also had to reinforce the floor to handle the crushing impact of the Atlas stone.
Easy weight. Come on, up.
Yep.
Lap. Down. Hold it in. Up. Lean back. Up. Lean back.
Why the hell is she lifting weights? I don't get that. I could understand if he had naturally high testosterone that he would want to do something, although I don't think that it's naturally high. I think that he's doing something else. But what made her get into it? There's no explanation. She has 2 children. Maybe she feels like she's had enough children. She also seems kind of old, or maybe she just looks old because of the workouts. And now she maybe doesn't have to worry about fertility issues anymore. Obviously, if you would lift that, you would become infertile super quickly. If you would do that while you're pregnant, you would 100% of the time have a miscarriage, seeing as it's incredibly unnatural for women to do physical work in general, let alone lift those kind of heavy, unnatural weights.
Woo! Whoopsies!
And the perfect home had to be on a cul-de-sac.
The sky looks nice, natural clouds, blue sky, at least something.
Because some of the best, most demanding exercises regularly spill
Lovely.
out onto the street.
First weekend they were here, it was crazy. We all set out and watched them. We were like, what are they doing?
Imagine natural humans, or even some kind of tribe in Africa, looking at what they are doing. They would just not understand what these slaves are doing. Why are they lifting tires for no reason, stressing and aging their bodies, shortening their lifespan? And once they would see that the children are even doing, actually they would probably go and help them. Yeah, actually I really think that that's what would happen.
Okay, one more here.
One more.
Good, you
you
got
go.
it.
Push.
Oh, yeah.
They're very obsessed, very committed.
The tire flip is a regular part of the
Obsessed and committed, that's a good description, seeing as they are obsessed with physiques, I suppose, which are unachievable in nature. And you have to be committed to this kind of a lifestyle. You need to have discipline. Otherwise, there's no way that you would naturally do this, seeing as it completely goes against your natural senses. You need to be an unnatural slave to do this.
For 5-year-old Jessica, Even a play date with a friend revolves around continuously strengthening every muscle.
You don't want to be comfortable. It's about pushing yourself into the uncomfortable zone and getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
You don't want to be comfortable. That goes against what every human in nature would say. Every human wants to be comfortable. That goes for every animal. I understand that he hates himself and his life for some reason. He doesn't even like his own children, which is why he's also torturing them. And that's why he says that he wants to be uncomfortable. You would only say that if you would generally feel unhappy.
Each member of the best family drives their body to the brink. And today, Nick is setting out to push himself further than ever before.
Is that tight enough? That's about as tight as it'll go.
That harness is attached to a heavy-duty tow strap, and at the end of the strap, a 2-ton truck. Once a week, Nick drags it 80 feet uphill across his cul-de-sac.
Seeing my dad pull a truck and by himself just with a rope, it is pretty crazy to see that.
But today, he's taking this Herculean task to a whole new level by chaining on a steel sled weighed down with a 150-pound sandbag.
So you want to be a strong man?
It's clear that he's doing this for this documentary. Okay, understandable. But the problem is that it really shows the underlying problem of why he's doing what he's doing in general. And that is to get attention from people. Why else would you want to look like that? You're not achieving anything by lifting those tires or by pulling the car. You want to get attention from your neighbors or from somebody. In this case, from a large audience who will watch this video. But the problem is that you have an underlying actual serious mental issue there, seeing as you want attention so incredibly much that you will even push yourself closer to death just to get this attention. That's a real problem.
Well, this is what it's like. Nothing's ever easy, and nothing's ever light.
While Callie supervises and Jessica and a few neighbors add even more weight, Dylan's role is crucial.
I pull the rope out of the way because so he doesn't trip on it.
Competitor, take your grip.
One slip, and his father could easily break his spine.
Set, go.
He looks like a happy human being. Listen to the sounds and look at the face expression.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Babe?
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
Right now.
Right now, I feel like I'm dying. I can hardly even stand. But tomorrow, I'm gonna force my children to work out again.
I feel like my heart's banging through my chest.
Yes, because you're gonna have a heart attack very soon.
When my lungs are on fire. You really gotta hate yourself to want to make yourself hurt that bad.
He just said, you gotta really hate yourself. Oh my god. I can't.
There we go. This is drive that comes from all four of us, just wanting to be the best at what we do.
Our enthusiasm for strength entirely binds our family together. It's what we come to at the beginning of the day.
No, this obsession binds you to your husband. You pulled your children involuntarily into this.
And it's what we end with at the end of the day. Nice. How about a muscle with that?
Yeah.
This was really terrible. Jesus, man. The guy admitted that he hates himself. It's also obvious that the woman doesn't exactly like herself. You can't even say that they like their children. Absolutely terrible parenting. Thanks for watching.